Hi, salam alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace. This is Tracy Lene Muhammad, and I just wanted a few minutes of your very valuable and your very precious time as I head to teach our early morning Sunday yoga class to share with you thoughts that come to mind when I'm either meditating or just driving in silence. I very, very rarely turn the music on. I just like the energy of driving, especially because I live in the country, so it's lots of backwoods driving for me. I was thinking about how when we know people that are in relationships that are dysfunctional, we tell them to leave. If we know that someone's in an abusive relationship, we say leave them, separate from them, get away from them, go get your own life. You can do better than that. Well, that's the relationship that black and brown people have with America. America was not founded to make us equal and loving and having tea parties. We were literally brought here as slaves to build their world. That's it. And when I say they, I mean the Caucasians from Europe that decided they needed a new space and they wanted somebody else to build it, so they came to master builders. But in order to convince the master builders to do it for free, they had to break them. They had to be evil. They had to break us, period. We're not weak by nature. We're not just some lowly hammock people that deserve what we got. What we got is because they broke us, and it took a very, very, very long time to do it if you study the history. But it's an abusive relationship. I'm not understanding why we don't just separate. This is not hate teaching to say that if you're in an abusive relationship, you should leave the person. We don't tell battered women when they're being beat up by a man, oh, you're teaching hate to leave him. No, don't leave him. Don't separate from him. Stay with him, because that's hate for you to leave him. No, we even help sometimes by having shelters to get them away. I am in no way saying that every last Caucasian person is evil and bent on the destruction of my people or the darker people of the planet. But you can just look at the state of the world to see that obviously the majority feel this way. It's time to separate. What separation means is to get land and farm and clothing and all of the things that we need to sustain ourselves, and leave these people be that don't want to be bothered with us. I have really good Caucasian friends. I call them friends because they have earned that title in my life. But if I had to leave them, I would in a New York minute to get my people together. And I know they would do the same for them, because the first law of life is self-preservation. The people who look like you, the people who you connect with, those are the people you're going to support more. So don't be surprised if and when a race war happens, if people you thought, the Karens and the Beckys with the good hair and the Kens and the Biffs you thought were on your side, take the side of their people. That's natural. I was just taken aback yesterday at all of the black people I saw with American flag clothes on. I know it's not my place to judge them, but I was really wondering what is in your head that you're wearing those clothes like this nation was built for you or even thinks about you. But the thought that came to me is they are spiritually dead. They have no idea, and they just want to fit in. The damage done to people through systematic slavery and racism on both sides is mental illness happening. That's mental illness to be a black person wearing a flag dress. Mental illness. I understand Caucasians having pride for this nation because it's for them. I don't understand black and brown people having it because it's not for us. Now, that's not to say that things can't change, but as they stand now, we have to come together, support one another, and leave this abusive relationship. The same way we tell women to leave abusive men, we have to leave this abusive relationship. That doesn't mean that we go back to Africa. As a matter of fact, why do we never tell the Europeans that came here and stole this from the Native Americans, go back to Europe? We just assume this is their country. It's not. It belongs to the indigenous people. So if everybody's going to go back, we're not the only ones that are going to go back. But let's just say nobody goes back. We just decide to stay here and learn to just respect one another's space. We need to do something, because what we have been doing for the past century, 400 years really, just doesn't work. It's not, it's easy to just hate Donald Trump. He really is the stupidest motherfucker ever. Yes, ever in public. But it's easy to hate him. But at the same time, he really is just doing what the majority pay him to do. And that is to be very divisive and retarded. Anyway, I'm going to go teach this yoga class. I hope that your day is blessed, full of love, joy, peace, prosperity, and hope. Separation can look like we need it to look, which is supporting our own. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace out to Brooklyn and everywhere else.